What is going on, world? Quote of the day is, let's get to it. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hopefully you guys haven't missed me. Again, this channel is dedicated to those that's looking to get into shape, looking to obtain a fitness goal, maybe get into the fitness industry, just all things fitness and health related. We'll be sharing some content all around fitness, helping you get to your fitness goal, interviewing others that's on the fitness path, give you insight on nutrition. Again, everything related to fitness. And for those of you that's new, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification button so you are getting content as it is being posted. For those of you that's been watching the channel for a while, welcome the new people in. Let them know if they're into fitness, they're in the right place, because we are going to set some records. We're going to get you guys on the right path so you can avoid those long, hard lessons, avoid a lot of errors when it comes to getting and obtaining a fitness goal itself. So again, we will see you on the inside of this content. Cue the freaking beer. So now that we are inside of this content scoop, let's get into it. Nutrition. Yes, I know. Another nutrition video. But trust me, you guys are one step away from unlocking the key to knowing how your body responds to food, nutrition as a whole. And for me, nutrition and things that I've gathered and learned from my experiences, nutrition is anywhere from 80 to 90% of your fitness regimen. So if you're trying to get to your fitness goal, you cannot outwork a bad diet. I've said this time and time. Trust me, this is true. If you watch a lot of other YouTube videos around fitness, or just watch other people that's into fitness and ask them that question in regards to how did they get to their nutrition goal, guarantee you they're going to tell you nutrition was the main factor in determining reaching their fitness goal. So trust me, I'm making sure that you guys are covered and giving you the right content. Again, I know nutrition, yay, freaking nutrition. But after this, you guys will be on the path to get to your fitness goal. Trust and believe that. So without further ado, let's get into the nutrition. We've talked about this in the past before. Your BMR, that's going to be a major factor in getting to your fitness goal, but understanding how your body breaks down nutrition. So focusing on your BMR, your calorie expenditure based off your activity level. So remember that. So let's go ahead and start dialing things in. Let's look at your weight and fitness goal, whether it's to lose weight, to build muscle. All of these are gonna revolve around nutrition. Now that you guys know your BMR and calorie expenditure based off your activity level, let's focus more on dialing it all in. And by dialing it all in, I mean let's look at your weight and your fitness goal, whether it be to lose weight, gain weight, build muscle. There's gonna be three main key ingredients to nutrition that's going to determine how you approach that. And those three main key nutrients needed for a good nutrition value are fats, protein, and carbs. So it's important to know that 9 calories equals 1 gram of fat. That's going to come into play when we're factoring it all in to determine your numbers, basically your calories, the amount of calories you need, especially from fat, to get to your fitness goal itself. Look at fat as basically a tool to help spread nutrients throughout the body to help you lose weight. There was a key study done to generally show your nutrition should not include more than 30% of fat. So that's just a general guideline, just depending on your fitness goal. That's gonna kind of dictate if you're gonna go above that guideline. I know it was a study done that shows that, but hey, each person's body is different, so you can still play with the numbers to dial it in more to your body type and how your body responds to nutrition, particularly fats itself. So the next one is going to be protein. So protein, think of protein as a muscle builder. This is what you need to build muscle. So think of protein again, like I said, as that muscle builder. As you typically work out, you're ripping and tearing your muscles. So you're going to need protein to help replenish and build that muscle. Carbs is going to be the next main nutrition source. Look at carbs as basically your energy source. So those that's looking to go further along when it comes to endurance in the gym, carbs is going to be your best friend. Not more so for the endomorphic, because your body is sensitive. Most times your body type is sensitive to carbs, but we'll get a little bit more in depth with that. And don't forget, 4 calories of carbs equals 1 gram, and the same for protein. 4 calories equals 1 gram of protein as well. So those numbers, I know you're hearing numbers, but it's going to come back into play towards the end when we're putting all of the numbers together to help you come up with the needed calories from proteins, fat, and carbs that your body needs to help you accomplish your fitness goal itself. And if you've forgotten what BMR is, go back and check videos. I've done videos on this. Look up previous videos that goes over the BMR so you can get a better understanding of what BMR is and how it is a major factor in contributing to help you understand the calories needed for your body to exert based off the activity level that you're doing. So let's get into a better understanding of nutrition, and how we do that is looking at each body type. There's 3 main body types. Some of those can be a hybrid of one another. When it comes to body types, it's not 100% like, okay, my body type is this. Like I said, your body type can be a hybrid of the 3 body types. And the 3 body types are ectomorphic, mesomorphic, and endomorphic. And if you don't know what those are, go back and watch previous videos. We've talked about this in the past. So now that we got all of that out of the way, again, I know it's nutrition, a lot of boring talk, but as I said time and time again, trust me, this is going to be the game changer to unlocking how your body responds to nutrition, food basically, to get to your fitness goal itself. And again, you got another chance to see me. Hopefully not, but hopefully that was enough information and I didn't lose you guys in that content there. Definitely let me know in the comment section below, but let's get back to it. So let's use all that information, go through one example to give you a better understanding of how all of this comes into play, the nutrition, the numbers, the calories, the carbs, the fat, the protein, all of it behind one another, so you can really focus on what this means to you in getting to your fitness goal. So let's use this example. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna start breaking down the numbers. I know it's gonna be painful, but once you have these numbers, you're gonna be set. These are the numbers that you need to get your nutritional plan. So once you have these numbers, you can change these numbers up as it pertains to your fitness goal, whether it be you're trying to lose weight, build muscle, all of the above. So BMR, basal metabolic rate. And one key factor is this information and the numbers that I'm utilizing came from a book that I used when I was studying, preparing for a certification exam. So as you know, books tend to get outdated. So I will provide you guys a link for BMR with the activity level, and you can utilize that link to get your numbers. And then once you get those numbers, then bring it back here and get the calculation. So BMR, this is going to be based off a person that's endomorphic. And remember when we talked about in the past, if you've been paying attention to the channel, endomorphic is more so for round shape, broader people. They tend to hold weight longer. This person weighs 190 pounds. The activity level is 1.3. Very light activity level, and they're sedentary, little to no exercise. And with BMR, remember, that's just the amount of calories your body needs to really do nothing, to eat, sleep, and breathe. 2,290 calories for this particular person. And the first number chart we're going to be looking at is proteins. 2,290 calories per day that this person needs to maintain just by living, sleeping, breathing. So 190 pounds, their activity level is 0.95. That's adult recreational exercise, which is really light work, just normal day-to-day activities. So you will multiply 190 times 0.95. And once you do that, you're going to get 181. So 181, and there's 4 calories per gram. 4 calories per gram for protein. Remember, we talked about that in previous videos. So you're going to multiply 181 times 4, and that will give you 722 calories. So 722 calories divided by 2290. So that number will give you 33%. So 33% of your nutritional value will come from protein. Remember, you have 67% left. So we'll talk about the remaining 67%. The last 2 portions will be carbs and fats. So for your daily average or for the national average, it's recommended for carbs that you have 20 to 30% of your diet comes from carbs, and the remaining 30 to 40% coming from fat. So we're going to focus on carbs for this section. So carbs, we're going to utilize 27% out of the national average of 20 to 30%. So with that being said, we're going to multiply 0.27 times 2290, and that will give you 618 calories. And there's 4 calories per gram in carbs, so you will divide 618 by 4, and that will give you 155 grams from carbs. So that means 155 grams of your nutritional value will come from carbs, and that is at 27%. The last portion will be fats. And with fats, the remaining 30 to 40%, you have 40% remaining out of 100%. So you're going to multiply 40% times 2290, and that will give you 916 calories. There is 9 calories per gram in fats. Remember, we talked about that in previous videos as well. So 916 divided by 9 equals 102 grams. So 102 grams will come from fats. With that being said, these are the breakdown of your numbers. So protein, you have 181 grams will come from protein. 155 grams will come from carbs, and 102 grams will come from fats. With those numbers, if you're eating 5 or 6 times a day, we'll say 5 times a day, divide 5 by this 181 grams, and that's how many grams of protein should be in each meal, and the same for carbs and fats. So this is going to be the example using the BMR method, but this person is going to be more so going to build muscle and lose weight. So this is an example based off of an endomorphic. The person, of course, weighs 190 pounds. So they want to lose weight and gain muscle, as we just said, and they're committed to working out or having some type of activity level at 3 to 4 times per week, a moderate activity level. So nothing too heavy, but very moderate when it comes to the workouts that they'll be doing. So 190 pounds times 14. So 14, that number, you're wondering where it comes from. So that number is based off the national average for your individualized macronutrient split, and I'll give you a calculator so you'll get that number. It'll do all the calculations for you. So 14 here, yeah, you see 14 here, but you really don't have to pay attention to it until you enter your numbers in the calculator using that link that I will provide in the video. So back to the numbers, 190 pounds times 14, and this person will need 2,660 calories a day when it comes to losing weight and building muscle. So remember, we just talked about the national average for carbs and fats. So the national average is recommended at 20 to 30% for carbs and 30 to 40% for fats. So with that number, you have 35% left out of 100. So 35% divided by 2660 is going to give you 931. So 931 calories divided by 4. Remember, there's 4 calories equals 1 gram of protein. So 931 divided by 4 equals 232 grams from protein. And then we're gonna go into carbs. So 25% of 2660 equals 665 calories. And remember again, there's 4 calories equals 1 gram of carbs. So 665 divided by 4 equals 167 grams for carbs. And fats is left, so you're gonna divide 40% by 2660, and that's going to give you 1,064 calories. And remember, there's 9 calories equals 1 gram of fat. So 1,064 divided by 9 will get you 118 grams of fat. So with these numbers, remember, depending on the amount of meals you're eating per day, if it's 5, then you would divide 5 by 232 grams, and that's how many grams of protein you should have per meal. Same thing for carbs, and the same thing for fat. So using these numbers to break down, that's going to give you the amount that you should have per meal. You don't want to overload and eat too much protein in one serving, because remember, we just talked about in previous videos that your body can only absorb a certain amount of protein at one time. So that's the whole purpose of breaking these numbers down and dividing by the amount of meals that you're eating per day, so you can have a well-balanced diet throughout. So these are the numbers. I know it was painful for you guys to get. Now you can see the whole big picture. Once you have these numbers locked, any nutritional plan that you set in place, whether it be to lose weight, build muscle, tone, you'll have the macronutrients that you need to get to that goal. So utilizing these numbers is going to help you get there safer, quicker. So now let's get into the quote of the day. And the quote of the day is, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. I know, probably a bad analogy, because you guys are not horses. So please, if I offended anyone, I didn't mean that. But what I'm really trying to get at is, I've given you all the information when it comes to nutrition, your BMR, how to get the calculations for your BMR, the different body types and how your body responds to nutrition, food itself. Now it's on you guys to utilize that information. I can't make you do it. It's on you. I've tried my best to motivate you guys and present the content in an easy manner for you guys to follow along, and even suggest it to, hey, send me comments if you can't follow along, or if it's something that's confusing that you don't understand. But again, the bigger picture is, you have the information. I can't force you to do it. I can only coach you so much to where it's going to be a point where, hey, you guys are going to have to take the initiative and just use the information that's there. It's written. It's written in the signs. It's all there. But without further ado, that brings me to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click that notification button so you guys are getting content as it is being posted. Until next time, we'll see you on the fit side. Related to fitness, and for those of you that that 4 calories of carbs equals 1 gram of fat, 4 calories of carb equals 1 gram, 4 calories of carbs equals 1 gram.